What's good? I'm Karlton Jahmal, this is The Roundup, and today we'll be covering hip-hop feuds. We'll be taking a look at Tekashi vs. the Feds, Drake vs. Pusha T, and Joyner vs. Tory Lanez. And what will be the most talked about incident of the week, Pusha T vs. Drake. Pusha T was performing at the Dartforth Music Hall in Toronto on Tuesday night, and he was heckled. People threw beer and water at him, and he had to leave the stage. When Pusha T walks off the stage, a group of men rush it, maybe 5 or 6 guys, and they hop on stage attempting to get at Pusha T. Now security takes these guys out easily, beats them down, and they have to leave the venue. Now reports are conflicted. Some people are saying that the cops came and they shut down the venue, but apparently that didn't happen. Pusha T got back on stage and he performed I Don't Like and the Story of Adidon just to incite Drake. On top of that, he stopped and talked to the crowd and said that somebody, who will not be named, hired people to come to his show, agitate, and try to get at him.
Listen. Let me tell y'all something. This nigga paid some niggas to throw beer, nigga. What the fuck is that? Y'all know what the fuck I'm from? You don't even know. Keep going in this bitch.
We all know who he's talking about. He was in Toronto. He's specifically naming Drake as the person who hired goons to try to get at him at this show. Now, the Drake and Pusha T beef goes years and years back, way back to when Pusha T was in Clips and they were going after Lil Wayne. The beef started with Lil Wayne in Clips, and that went back and forth until Lil Wayne signed Drake, and then he hopped into the battle, and it escalated into what we know now. Now, with Pusha T claiming that Drake sent goons after him, this is only gonna escalate. Drake is going to deny that he had any involvement in this, and Pusha T, of course, is gonna keep pushing his narrative. This might spiral out of control and become one of the biggest stories at the end of the year. Now, for an ongoing rap battle, Tory Lanez versus Joyner. This past weekend, Tory Lanez responded to somebody on social media who asked him if he thought he was better than Joyner. Of course, being a confident guy, Tory Lanez said,
"Still, think niggas can fuck with me, bro. Like, I don't. I just don't. Like, I consistently, that's what I'm saying. Like, anytime you've seen me showcase rap, anytime niggas see me showcase singing, or if they see me showcase rap, my nigga, I've always destroyed shit, my nigga. Always. You feel me? Like, period. The Joyner kid, he's nice, but he can't fuck with me. Not on no level, period. You know what I'm saying?"
Lucas got word of this and snapped back. Lucas challenged Lanez to hop on a beat, and he would hop on a beat in return and let the fans judge who would win, which is how it's done anyway. In less than 24 hours, Tory Lanez responded with the Lucky You freestyle, rapping over Joyner and Eminem song. While Lanez employed a pretty killer flow on the beat, he's just rapping. And it's impressive, but he's just rapping. On the other hand, Joyner responded to him with the Liddy freestyle, where Joyner is actually going directly at Lanez. If we're gonna call this in the first round, Joyner absolutely annihilates Lanez. He calls him a wannabe Drake. He says you should stick to R&B. The list goes on and on. You need to check this diss song out.
I'm about to send him away. I'm exhausted. I killed this nigga 2 times, 24 hours, man. This shit been a repetitive day. Nigga, tell me, is it Joyner Lucas Joyner? I'm the nigga who destroy your coupe, deploy your label, drop your who's the lawyer, buy your contract from them back and be who employer.
Now for my favorite feud of the week, Tekashi 6ix9ine versus the Feds. As I'm sure you already know, Tekashi was wrapped up in a RICO charge this past weekend. Him and his boys are looking at 25 to life. On Monday, Tekashi offered the courts every cent he had in his bank account, $1.5 million, for bail, and the judge denied him. He's sitting in jail right now. Ebro Darden of Hot 97 got on the radio this morning and broke down the case in a very interesting way. Hot 97 has a source inside the NYPD. The police reached out to the radio station back in July and said that Tekashi would end up dead or in jail by the end of the year. Now, speed it up a few months. Tekashi is in jail. The NYPD contacted Hot 97 once again this morning and told them that they tried to warn him last week. The NYPD is claiming that they offered Tekashi protection and he denied their services. On top of that, they're saying his gang should have shielded him from illegal activities. Just because Tekashi was with his boys while they were doing gang activities, he's being wrapped up with them. He might not have sold the drugs himself, but since he was around, he's guilty by association. I'm Karlton Jahmal. This is The Roundup. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and stay tuned for the albums of the week. Peace.